Hello, 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 and welcome to the Downsized Live. My name is Christopher Durham. This is the star of the show, JoJo.
Oh, I'm Laraine Durham.
JoJo has lost 150 pounds using Kitty TrueTide.
JoJo weighs 11 pounds, in case anyone was wondering.
Are you shaming JoJo?
No. No,
she says I'm a very svelte
she
kitty.
did go to the vet. Welcome to the Downsized Live. This is our weekly show where we get to talk with you, our viewers, people maybe who are new to the GLP-1 community, and we answer questions. We're not doctors, but we have some experience between us. We've been on these medications. It'll be 3 years in September. We're both in maintenance. I've lost over 50 pounds on compounded tirzepatide. A lot of questions about what compounded means. You can tell there's a lot of new people coming into the space when we get questions like that. So welcome.
If you're new here, say
What's
hello.
Your name? Did you say your name?
I did. My name is Christopher Durham. I've lost 100 pounds using tirzepatide, Zepbound, and Mounjaro. I have used both branded and the compounded, and they've all worked the same to me. Hello, Eli Lilly lawyers.
99.9% compounded for me.
I am not a scientist, but I can only tell you how it worked for me, my personal experience. And if I hadn't known the sticker on the outside of the pen, I wouldn't have known a difference.
All right. Yeah.
Yep. So this is your opportunity to ask us questions. So if you want to ask a question, put a couple of Q's in front of it. We'll try and get to as many as we can. JoJo says hello.
JoJo.
We're also happy to celebrate your wins, whatever those might be. You might get something like, let's see here. Let me get to that. Some confetti.
Hooray. Later in the live, we will be giving away a couple of exciting things. The first exciting thing is a downsized hat. Turns out when you clean out your bonus room you were using as a storage room, you find things. And I found this little gem. And so we're going to be giving this away. And we're also...
See that hat. Oh, that's a good hat.
That is a good hat. I think that's from like the original Downsized cruise. Like I think I was supposed to take it for cruise number 1.
Maybe. I've had them from a couple of different vendors. It's hard to say.
Yeah, this is custom ink. It still has a tag on it, so I know it's fresh.
Yeah, it's brand
relatively. We're also going to be giving away a Hume Body Pod. Bum, ba, da, da. Christopher and I weigh on our Hume Body Pod many days a week, if not every day of the week, and we really like it. And so Hume has been kind enough to offer one for us to give away. So and that will become, we don't have it in our possession. I'll take your email address and that'll come right to you from Hume. I think they're in California. Maybe.
I think so. Sure. Jordo33 gave us 200 joules. Thank you very much, Jordo. And Susie Messenger gave 440 joules. I was looking this up. There's some combination of joules that turns into pennies. I don't really. Actually,
Dave, not sure how that works.
Dave was talking about that today on his live stream too, and we were like, we don't really know how this works.
All right. Well, thank you.
But thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. I think we're creeping up on 63,000.
Something like that.
Viewers creeping up on that number. So I interviewed a lady today for the Downsized Dish, and her partner had a YouTube channel, and it had how many subscribers?
405,000.
We're like, how'd you do that? She said, well, he's had it for over 10 years.
I think 18 years. And it was like computers and stuff. It was interesting. I looked at it.
All right. So stay tuned for that. That's not coming up anytime soon. You'll have to like and subscribe, and that will be in the future. Our dumpster left today. For those following our tales of dumpster, we had a small leak, and so we needed to rip out some carpet and ended up getting a dumpster and filling it up. I didn't take a picture of the filled dumpster. I took a picture of it empty and in process, and it was indeed full. And then
30 yards of trash and 20 years of detritus.
Well, 20. We've been in this house. We bought this house 20 years ago, and then about 12 years ago, we moved to Nebraska for 2 years. rented the house out because it was the time when houses weren't selling. Decided we hated Nebraska.
We didn't hate
sorry,
Nebraska.
people.
That's not true.
Well,
don't say you hate a whole state.
I hated
Nebraska was a lovely place.
The job
it just
in Nebraska
wasn't where we wanted
almost drove me to the point of a nervous breakdown. So that ended. We decided Nebraska would be great if we could. We always said it'd be great if we could pick it up and put it on the East Coast.
What is the subject today?
The amount of stuff in our house. So
that's not the subject.
I'm talking. So anyway, we moved out for 2 years, came back to this house, and then so we had 10 years of stuff. 10 years of stuff. So we had a lot to clear out. All right. Anyway, so if you have a question for us, start it with the QQQ in the comments below, and Christopher will go through those and look at those.
You betcha.
All right.
Let's see who we have here. People coming in. I was trying to get back to the beginning, but I may never be able to.
Get back,
so,
JoJo.
sometimes the comments do weird things, and
Perhaps it's the operator.
It could well be the operator. You are more than welcome to do that.
And I also would like to point out our new blue background. Let's hear it for the new blue background. Thought it jazz things up a little bit. So
you did you?
It does.
She didn't know it was there till I put it up. So
no, I saw that. I'm like, why are we getting these felt squares from Amazon? I think Amazon might shut down if we ever stopped buying from them. They come to our house.
They do come quite often.
All right.
Let's see. We do.
Blessed, grateful. Hello from North Carolina while we are glamping. Glamping. Are you in a tent or an RV or a camper? We used to have a camper back in the days of young children. It was a lot of fun, but we don't have one anymore.
Coop says, PSA, the 0.5 to 2 pounds a week isn't saying you should lose 1% of your weight weekly. No one's starting weight was 50 pounds. Rather, you start near 2 pounds per week, then slow towards 0.5 pounds as you approach maintenance. Right. That's not really the way it works either, Coop. That's simply the average that people lose. It doesn't. It does not indicate how much you should actually lose. It indicates what the average will be over the course of time. So very often you're going to lose a smaller amount the closer you get to your body weight because it's a bigger percentage of your body, right? You're kind of down regulating. You went from 400 pounds to 200 pounds and it's going to naturally go down. But we just like to give people a range. Well, not even us. Like this is physicians. This is the general consensus right now of the average weight loss over time on these medications. So your first week, you might lose 10 pounds. You might lose 6 pounds. You might lose 1 pound. Okay. It's that weekly average. So you take how many weeks have you been on this? You take your total weight loss divided by weeks, you get pounds per week, and that's your weekly average. So that's not going to be necessarily what you're losing every week. It's an average over time. And when we say 1% of your body weight, because if you're heavier, you're going to lose generally a little faster than someone who is lighter. That's just how it works. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And what's interesting is people who, particularly when you get into the 3rd, 4th, 5th month, and maybe you've slowed down or you've stalled a little bit, if you step back and do that average, because you probably lost more in the beginning, very often, even when you've stalled, your average is still within that 0.5 to 2 pounds. So it's just sort of level setting what the expectation is. Yeah. So I kept a record. I kept a spreadsheet, and I kept a record of the date of my shot, the milligrams of my shot, my weight, the pounds I lost that week. Then I kept a total of every 4 weeks, my total. And then I kept a total when I got into about week 4 or so of my average. No, I didn't. What does that mean? Hard to say. I calculated my average weight loss all the time because at the beginning, my first month, I lost 6.8 pounds, which was good. I started at 193 pounds, which was good. But I could do that on Weight Watchers. I did that on Weight Watchers like
24 times, and I'm not
Yeah,
exaggerating.
you
when
did
I
that
said-
for 4 or 5 weeks. Though.
right.
Did you do it for 52 weeks?
No,
For
that's
24
the thing.
weeks?
That's the thing with the GLP-1. I lost consistently every month, but I still was calculating those averages because some weeks were 0.2 and some weeks were 5 and some weeks were 1.4. So, people get discouraged when they say, oh, I'm only losing a pound a week. Well, in a year, that's 52 pounds. So you kind of have to just buckle in. We're in this for the long haul. These are treatments for the disease of obesity. It's pretty much for 80% of people going to be some kind of lifetime medication. So these aren't things you're going to go on and off. So just buckle in, chart your progress, and see how you're doing over time. Becky Clark says, I hope you enjoy your dinner with Sarah and prayers for a great school year. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Becky. We just got back. We went out to dinner.
We did.
With our 2 daughters. Our youngest daughter goes back to school on Friday, back to college. So we had...
Hello, Thomas. Hello, Anna. Let's see
hey,
here.
guys.
Kirsten.
Jojo, and my tribe.
Bren, welcome to your first
Bren.
live. Debbie's in Indiana. Rita Young and your buddy Anthony there.
Anthony.
Thomas is loving the live shows and all the support from all of you. Thank you, Thomas.
Aw, thanks, Thomas.
Once a Marine Pam. Same here. I usually knee deep in dinner prep, but on my own tonight.
Okay.
Just Cheerio.
Hey, Christopher, Laraine, and fellow downsizers. My sister is here from, is that Michigan? My brain glitched. Visiting me in South Carolina, and she just started her Zepbound journey. Yay! She watches your channel, but this is her first live.
Whoa.
Her first live.
Well, hello,
Yay,
sister. I don't
so
know what your
excited.
sister's name is.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Welcome. If it's your first live, we welcome you. We do this just about every Wednesday night, unless we're traveling. Dawn says, hello, everyone from Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hello,
And
Dawn.
Steve says hello.
Steve
Jess,
K.
be you all
Jess
what you
is
can
here.
be.
Good evening. She's one of our
Lynn.
moderators. Lynn is here. Good evening. Yep, we did an interview with Lynn. Hey, Stacy D. Hello, everyone, she says.
Val, how are you?
Val Fitzwater. Hey, from steamy Florida.
Anna
Yeah.
Hoover's there too, of course.
I broke down and had to call the air conditioner repair guy today because it's just not working so good. It's just not working so
the
good.
one
in the upstairs.
The one upstairs doesn't work quite as well.
Never worked. Like it got installed and it never quite worked right. And I call them every year, and they come out every year. And
Well, say hello to Sunshine.
hey,
She
Sunshine,
says, "Holy cow,
Cleveland! Holy cow! I feel like I'm late to the party." No, we're just getting warmed up. Thomas says, when my gifted membership ends, I plan on continuing as a member. The support here is awesome. Well, thanks, Thomas. Peggy says, hi from Michigan. Michigan.
where do you live in Michigan, Peggy?"
You don't, do you know, you just know where your mom is from in Michigan. Or your
Well, I know we'll
grandma.
be doing an event in Illinois, which isn't far from Michigan.
All right. We are setting up. Actually, I think it's to go live. I think
There's no link out to it.
there's no link out to it. Never mind. We're almost ready to go live with
The
our
Dallas one is fully set up, though.
Dallas Downsized live. So we will be, and you're probably saying, well, when is it, Laraine? Well, I don't remember. I just set it up today. I just booked the venue. I can't remember all these dates, Christopher Durham, in my head all the time.
So Dallas and New York will go live tomorrow for sure. Chicago, we don't have a place yet, right?
We do not have a place. Here it is. Oh, I didn't put it on the calendar. It's in Dallas. We'll be in the Dallas area Monday, September 28th. So mark your save the date for that if you're around the Dallas area. It's going to be in the Colony, which is like near Plano, but it's a city called The Colony. It's a weird name for a city, right? The
I
Colony.
think it's a new urban development.
It's kind of like when we lived in South Carolina, there was a city called Travelers Rest, which I always thought was a funny name.
Kirsten has a funny named kitty named Fuzzy Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
That needs Kitty True Tide.
Kitty True Tide. Buzz Lightyear to infinity and beyond. Jeanette Dunn. Oh, thanks, Jeanette. She says, I just love you both. Well,
Cheryl Bailey says, am I watching alive?
We are indeed
Cheryl.
live. Can you hear me, Cheryl? Is this thing on? Yes, this is live. Sometimes people watch the replay later and they're like,
especially
if we
do a drawing,
they get confused. Right.
Tomorrow there will be all kinds of people put in whatever the word was for the drawing.
Hat. Yeah. Yeah. So sometimes it's hard to tell. There used to be a game show on MTV called Remote Control. You guys remember that? And there was one segment they had was called Dead or Canadian. And they'd say somebody's name and you had to say, this is not
Where did you go?
I'm not sure. All right.
I lost that whole
Dead or
thing.
Canadian. Nine Marches. Hello, newbie. All right. Hello.
Nanette Marquez. Marquez would be my guess. Nanette.
That's a good guess.
I'm just guessing. Kitty, what are you eating?
If you want me to say your correct screen name, it has to be easy for me to read. And sometimes it's hard.
Simply Susan says hello.
Simply Susan.
Frankly, Michelle says hello.
Michelle, hi all. Welcome to all the newbies. You are the best place for support. BSG 1985. Hi, Christopher and Laraine. Brenda from Delaware. I love your channel. And we'll try again to go next year's cruise. Yes.
As well, you should. We would love to have you.
Downsized cruise. Downsized cruise number 3 coming June 2027.
2027, June 14th through the 8th, sailing out of
18th.
beautiful 14th through the 18th, sailing out of beautiful Fort Lauderdale, Florida,
Correct.
to the island of Key West, Florida. And
it's not an island. Oh, I guess
it is actually an island.
Key West and Coco Cay.
Yes, and the perfect day at Coco Cay.
How do they know it's going to be the perfect day?
Because that's the name of the place.
That's the name of the place. Perfect day at Coco Cay. Yeah. So if you are interested in joining us, you can go to our website at thedownsized.org. Click on the cruise tab. Click on our travel partners information. She has a form you can fill out, and then she will get in touch with you to book you live over the phone.
All right. Do we have any questions out there? Here we go.
CDLD.
Susie says, I'm sorry, who was that? Hi, here we go.
Yeah. Hi, CDLD and JoJo. Happy hump day, aka shot day for me. Excited for today's live. Cheers all. Hello. Okay. I think the next question was about our current
which you don't need a chart for.
You don't know what I'm looking at. You don't know what I'm looking at.
So yes. But Susie, if you will, I happened to see this one, but make sure you put a couple of Q's in front of that for me so I don't miss your question. I did see yours, so good deal. My current maintenance dose is right at 15 milligrams and has been for more than a year. I've actually jumped up a little bit to 16.6 a couple of times
I thought it was
in the midst of it, but I've been back down, and it's because we do compounded. It's really not quite 15. It's a fraction. You have to.
Where's the syringe?
Kitty knocked it on the floor, I think.
This one. So you have to pull out so many units, and sometimes it's hard to get right on the mark if that's an in between mark. So Christopher's taking 16.6. I'm taking
15.
You're not doing the 16.6 anymore?
I'm taking a 15 milligram dose. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
All right.
Because I can do math.
The vial is late. Okay. All right. So he's doing 15 and I'm doing 10 with the Mochi translation is like 11.24. So I had gone up to as high as a 12.5 milligram dose. I hit my goal weight. And then I decided I wanted to come down just to see if I could maintain on a lower dose. And so I started coming down. I did 10, I did 7.5, I did 5, and then the food noise came back on 5. So I said, okay. So I bumped myself up to 7.5, and I was on 7.5 for about a year. And then this past March, I wanted to try something different. I bumped it up a little bit. I tried the NAD plus compounded with the tirzepatide. I didn't really notice anything different about that. So now I've stopped the NAD plus and we compound with L-carnitine, and my dose is between 10, 11 milligrams of compounded tirzepatide.
But I've got some quick pens in the refrigerator probably when we travel I'll be using here coming up.
Yes, because daughter number 2 decided she didn't like the quick pen. We had bought them for her to take to school, and then she decided she could not do that on her own. So, anywho, non-scale victory about a new shirt today, size large. Well, good job, Gwen. Yep. And if you are in need of a compound tirzepatide provider, we do use Mochi Health, and they partner. I can pick from over 17 different compounding pharmacies at different strengths and with different additives. You can ask your provider which one will work best for you. Sally Newhouse says, hello from Rochester, New York. Always happy to see you 3. Well, thanks, Sally. Nikki is getting zippy. Hey, CD, LD, and everyone. Happy hump day. Getting zeppy with it. Anthony says, not codes, I meant credits.
I must have missed something.
Codes still work. Is he talking about Mochi? Or
I don't know what
I
don't know what Anthony's talking about. I must have missed it, Anthony. You'll have to put it back in.
All right, you can put it back in, Anthony.
Your favorite question?
What is best for constipation? Dun dun dun. Class. Old timers, put it in the chat. What's my favorite constipation remedy? I'll just tell you, it's Mago 7. You can get it on our Amazon store. If you go to thedownsized.org and click on the store tab, we're Amazon affiliates. We make a small commission off each purchase, and that helps support our channel. So thank you very much. But yeah, Mago 7 is what I have used throughout my journey. I naturally have been constipated
full of it
most of my life, and I haven't really realized it till I got on this medication, and it slowed down even further. And I was like, whoa. So it's just something that I have to manage all the time. I also like fiber gummies. I like the sugar-free fiber gummies. Don't take more than 2 per day, or it's not a pleasant feeling. I also have been drinking AG1 Pro, which combines prebiotics, probiotics, fiber, digestive enzymes, creatine, right. So that was a video. We did a video promoting it beginning of this week, last week, just a few videos back. And so I find that has really helped my digestion. I find I don't need the Mago 7, the fiber gummies, the other things, if I'm doing the AG1 Pro.
And what I would tell you is the simplest, easiest way is to make sure you're eating fiber in food. We get so hyper-focused on protein that we forget that fruits and vegetables have all kinds of macronutrients you need, and they have fiber in there, and that will naturally help things along.
Yeah, and water. You got to drink your water. I went to Aldi today and I found some really pretty raspberries that were only like $2. I was like, ooh, so I had some at lunch. Ben, 1985. Hello from Montreal.
Hello,
Speaking
Ben
of Canada.
Montreal.
Yeah, I've been to Montreal a few times. It's beautiful.
HM Gene, I'm in week 2 of Zepbound. No side effects other than feeling so overly full all the time. I feel like I'm forcing myself to eat.
Yes.
Does this feeling get better with time? Oh,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Those first few months, really, I mean, it was like 5 bites of food and done. So you have to be very intentional with your eating. I say eat your protein first. If you can get your protein in, get some fruits and vegetables next, water, small meals throughout the day if you have trouble eating. But generally, I mean, it has gotten better for us over time. We just came back from eating hibachi, which I brought most of my meal home because it's
way too much food.
It's just way too much food. And to think that we used to eat
I could kill all that before.
All that food before. So yeah, we have big.
But what I will tell you is because the medication has a half-life of 5 days and it's a 7-day shot cycle, most people towards the end, towards that 5, 6, 7 days can eat a little bit more.
This is day 5 for us.
Right. Most people can eat a little bit more. So while it's good to have daily goals, your body doesn't actually know what time it is. It doesn't know what, so it doesn't really matter. So if you can't get as much as you think, whatever your goal is on Monday, but you get it on Thursday, that's fine. Kind of even it out over the week when you can eat a little bit more.
Yeah, and a lot of people use that strategy to Christopher's point. So if you can't eat as much during the week, but you can eat more at the end of the week, it evens out over time. But you do, try to hit a protein goal, try to, keep track of some things. It will help you, but if you really just can't eat in the beginning, just do the best you can and it will get better. GLP-1 teacher's journey. I'm finally down, losing 60 pounds since starting Zepbound in December of 2025. I started at 250 and currently at 190. Looking to lose about 30 more. Awesome. Sounds great. Thanks for all you do. Traveling T, good evening. Glad I'm here. I didn't receive a notification. Christopher, T didn't get a notification.
I'm not in charge of YouTube's notification system.
Sorry about that, T. How's your mama? How's your mama doing? We saw Traveling T and her mama at the OAC Your Weight Matters conference. So they've been on both cruises with us, both mom and T. Jude says, hello. Hello, Jude. Lori Wise, Laraine, did you have any issues when you went from 5 milligrams to 7 milligrams? Well, I don't remember. Let me consult my chart. Let's see. So 5 milligrams, I did that basically in November of 2023. That's why I don't remember. And then when I moved up to 7.5, it was Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving. And I still lost weight the week of Thanksgiving, oddly enough. But yeah, when we started, the advice or the guidance we were given from our provider at the time was that you did 4 weeks on 2.5, 4 weeks on 5, and 4 weeks on 7.5. So that's what I did. Boom, boom, boom. And I didn't really think about, going up, I might feel different, or I might, make my constipation more. Wasn't really thinking about that. I was losing weight though. I was losing weight consistently every week. You don't want to go up in dose if you're having any side effects. You want to get your side effects under control.
Not any, just if you don't have manageable side effects.
Well, I mean, like I'm managing my constipation, right? I can manage them. But if you are to the point where you're so nauseous that you can't eat, or, like if it's affecting things like that, then you don't want to move up if you're having nausea or throwing up or diarrhea or something like that, right? Sometimes you might even want to come down if your side effects are severe.
It's different for every person, and there's no way to anticipate what's going to happen to you. What I will tell you is I believe, and I have no scientific or medical evidence of this, but I believe if people don't have big problems going from 2.5 to 5, because that doubles the dose.
Yeah.
That is twice as much medication, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going from 5 to 7.5 should not be a problem.
Yeah.
But just as soon as I say that, you're going to take it, you're going to go, oh my, this is terrible.
Yeah.
The medication reacts differently for everybody every week, every dose.
Yeah.
Your body's not a constant. Your body is constantly changing, right? You're doing all the things. You're eating, you're sleeping, you're sweating, you're pooping, you're all the stuff. So.
Mm-hmm.
NBRKC says, QQQ, is it better to eat 3 meals and maybe a snack, or is it okay to eat small meals throughout the day? Does eating all day keep your insulin high all day?
Yeah, I've gone both ways on this in pre-GLP-1 life, right? I used to be on a diet where we were eating 8 times a day. And and then it was, don't eat so many times a day because you spike your insulin all those times and you need to keep it more level. We're not type 2 diabetics, so I don't know that it matters. But what I personally do is I eat 3 meals a day. If I get hungry, like we were going to eat and I knew we were going to leave here at 5 and I was hungry at 4. And so I had a snack. I don't usually snack. I usually try to eat 3 meals a day and get 30 grams of protein at each meal. That's what works best for me. Some people like to eat smaller meals throughout the day. I would suggest try it both ways. Keep some notes, see what your weight loss looks like, see what works for you.
Yeah, and I mean, there's some reasons to do these two different strategies, but honestly, they're really not about insulin. And I know there's for the last few years, there's been lots of buzz around it, and it's really the reason to eat multiple small meals a day for most people is either they can't eat enough at one sitting to get enough calories in a day, and you don't want to have malnutrition, or because you have nausea and you're trying to manage the nausea. All right, so it's maybe I need a little something in my stomach and I can only do so much, because it's about managing side effects there. The insulin, I mean, we've talked to so many doctors. I have never heard a single doctor or scientist mention worrying about spiking insulin because you're eating on these medications.
That was kind of a buzzword of maybe diets of days of yore, right? I mean, I have, believe me, I've been on every kind of diet there is in America, right? Francis Harlow, hi, I just took my 3rd Zepbound today and I'm down 4 pounds with Bridge. Woo! Awesome. All right, so the Bridge program is for people on Medicare who have Part D that have obesity with comorbidities. And if you qualify, you can get $50 Zepbound. Yeah, GLP-1s. You can get Wegovy
or Foundayo.
Well, for obesity, you can get Wegovy or right. Zepbound or Foundayo, the once daily pill. That's fantastic. Fantastic. If you're interested in Bridge, Christopher did like
7 videos
on it. So you can Google or you can type in the search Downsized Bridge and you will see.
And the last 2, I think, are still in like our top 10 videos today.
Yeah. So. Wabash Valley Girl. Hi, JoJo, Laraine, and Christopher. Just recently found your channel. Loving all your content. Currently down 45 pounds on my journey. Fantastic. JoJo says, I'm here. I clap for you. Right, Joe? JoJo saw us coming in here. She said, "Oh, I'm gonna do a live. I gotta be on there. People want to see me." Dennis Swan, hello from Michigan. Another Michigan. Finally got my prescription for lizard venom. I think you said that on another comment, didn't you, Dennis? Or maybe it's somebody else. Today, took my 5th shot, down 20 pounds in July. Fantastic.
Now, for those of you who may not know the backstory, originally GLP-1s, the reason they were discovered was in the Gila monster venom. That was many, many generations ago, and there's no actual lizard venom in any of the medications today.
Not in today, but because the way the Gila monster manufactures and digests its GLP-1 and food, Dr. Lottie Knutson at Novo Nordisk, I mean, she was one of the scientists on the project that, and we've heard her speak at Obesity Week last year. It helped them develop these medications because we make GLP-1s naturally in our body. They just don't last very long. And so they wanted to figure out a way to make them last longer. And now they do. The Zepbound or tirzepatide has a half-life of 5 days, and Ozempic, Wegovy, semaglutide has a half-life of 7 days. So basically, with the Wegovy, you're just taking the shot every week, and you never have that half-life effect.
All right, Mr. Mike Mitchell says, I can't use a human body pod. It's not pacemaker compatible. So people comment this all the time. Mm-hmm. This is why we tell you to talk to your doctor, first of all. Second, it's not so much about the body pod. It's about that kind of technology. So any technology that uses bioimpedance, so it's sending a low voltage charge through your body. Well, it turns out low voltage charges and pacemakers are not good together.
Or if you have a metal body part.
And it'll still work with the metal body part. It just won't be as accurate. But whether it's Hume or Renfo or Withings, it doesn't matter. They're all using the same basic technology. Now, some have better sensors than others and better apps, but that bioimpedance is what the problem is there.
Yeah. BSG, I'm down 70 pounds since 10/24, working on body composition and fat loss. Yep. Me too. That's the body pod's good for that because you can see your lean mass, you can see your fat mass, you can see body fat percent, you can see your visceral fat number, you can see your hydration, your water number. 711 Las Vegas. Yay, just got approved for the bridge. Yay. First shot will be Friday. Saw someone say to stockpile the first month. No, there's not going to be a shortage. Don't. You don't
I
have to
would
stress
personally.
You would?
I would wait.
Wait for what?
I would just hold that and fill it.
Hold what?
Which part didn't you understand?
I would say you need to start as soon as you get the medication. Like I would not wait.
But you do.
There's not going to be a shortage again. I don't think there's going to be a shortage. I wouldn't wait. The number one thing that people say they would tell somebody starting this medication is don't wait, start today. Eli Lilly is not going to let this medication go into shortage, and there's always compounding. So I'll
I mean, if they do, Dave Ricks will lose his job.
I mean, Eli Lilly is making $7 billion profit per quarter, mostly off of Zepbound. They're not gonna they're not gonna let it go into shortage again like it was 3 years ago, because that just caused chaos. That's when compounding rose, and you better know Eli Lilly hates compounding with a passion. So they're not gonna let that happen. Once a Marine, Pam at Barb, dining on my own as I watch. CJR, been watching you guys from afar. 10 and 3 weeks post-op from 2 emergency glaucoma surgeries.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that sounds bad. Been too distracted to think about other things. However, kept taking my 5 milligram shot. See below. Dun, dun, dun. Make sure your doctor knows about that. Blue background, so exciting. Thanks, Anthony. Rose T, can we enter to win the body pot if we live in Canada since Hume is shipping it?
Nope. Only US.
No,
sorry.
Just US. Sorry. I should have mentioned that. Yeah, we'll only be, if you win the hat, I'll ship the hat to Canada. Oh, but Canada's so tricky with, I think it's just because it's one thing. A hat should be okay. Canada's very,
we'll ship you the hat if you
we'll ship you the hat.
But
you can win the hat. I'll ship it to Canada. I'm not shipping the hat to Scotland, Our Lady, or Australia. So hat can be Canada and US. Body pod will be US only. Love the blue wall. Thanks, Anna. Mark Ketty. New tomorrow. We'll take third shot of Zepbound. Woohoo! Awesome. Welcome.
Rita says, my friend has to order a month's worth at a time for her bridge. Everyone does. They'll only do 1 month at a time.
That's how it comes. 1 month at a time. What some people are doing is they fill the medication, go pick it up at the pharmacy, put it in the fridge for 21 days. Don't take it. Go to the pharmacy or fill the next month's order again. And when they get the second month, then they take the first month.
Then they've got a backup.
Then they've got some in the refrigerator. I think it just, as long as you're refilling it, I think it's every 21 days you can get maybe it might be 24 days on the bridge program. Just make sure you're filling it as soon as you can. And I don't think you're going to have a problem. Anita Sidlow. Hello. Just took my second shot, 6 p.m. tonight. Anything I might expect to experience different from week 1? Probably not.
I did a whole video on your first month on GLP-1s. But no, honestly, it's not going to be much different. Essentially, you don't actually have a full dose, the full strength of that dose in your body until after the first 28 days. So it kind of builds in your system.
Mm-hmm.
So each time, I mean, it just depends. Some people, day 1, the first hour, they start feeling things. Some people, it takes a few weeks. So
I don't know. My first week, I lost, I'm looking at my spreadsheet, 4.2 pounds. My second week, I lost 0.2. I was a little concerned, but so that, you just have to know that it's just not going to be a big number every week. Over my time of losing weight, about 6 months, I lost at a rate of 1.58 pounds per week. So But as far as like side effects, or it shouldn't, I mean, week 1, week 2, I would say pretty much be the same. But everybody is different. So, hey, JoJo.
BSG says, I too was approved for the Bridge program after almost a month. Those darn prior authorizations, LOL. I'll tell you a secret. From everything that I've seen, it's the doctors filling them out that are the problem. It's not actually the form. The form is super easy.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't always fill it out correctly, and then it has to be done again, or it sits on their desk and they're like, I don't want to do these.
Well, the program is set up such that they send it to the pharmacy, it gets rejected, it comes back and has to have a prior authorization. So it's set up to go back and forth, which is stupid. But yeah.
Well, it's because they're making sure you don't have another qualifying reason to have it.
I mean, if they make, they put up hoops, you got to jump through them. You're getting $50 GLP-1. So you better jump through those hoops, call that doctor's office, say, where's, what's happening, please and thank you, and be nice to, those providers. RE Catalyst for Health. Hello from Houston, Texas. Hello. He's training for the New York Marathon. Susie Messenger, when you have arrived at your target weight, can your provider continue to give the doses to help you sustain your weight? Yes, hopefully they will do so. Some providers say, we're going to wean you off now. I mean, that's generally not what you want your provider to say. What you want your provider to say is, well, how are you feeling? Like, what do you think? Like,
let's talk about the science for a minute, because essentially these are medications designed to treat the disease of obesity. They are not cures. Right. So if you stop taking the medication, guess what happens?
You gain the weight back.
Right. Just like if you stop taking your blood pressure medicine, your blood pressure goes high.
Right.
If you stop taking your insulin, your diabetes goes up.
Right. And
on and on and on. Beyond that, there's a video that I filmed on that's called 7X. Anyway, it's about Surmount Maintain, which is Eli Lilly's maintenance trials, which very clearly proves that if you want to maintain your weight loss, you need to stay on the medication. And people will go, "Oh, Eli Lilly paid for it." I assure you, these are peer-reviewed trials, and if there was anything wrong with the way these trials were run, all the other companies would go, "Oh, Lilly, what are you doing?" So,
yeah. So, and the two of us did it a little differently. Like Christopher ended on 15 for his weight. He stayed on 15. He hasn't tried to go down. I ended on 12.5. I did end up going down. When we started back in September of 2023, as I mentioned before, they told us to do, a month on 2.5, a month on 5, a month on 7.5. And now what we hear doctors say more often than that is, if a dose is working, stay on the dose. If you're losing weight on the dose consistently, there's no need to go up in dose. You're not going to lose weight faster if you go up in dose. It's not the way that works, right? If your weight loss evens out, maybe you kind of, stay at the same weight for maybe 2-3 weeks in a row, then maybe talk to your provider that it might be time to move up in dose. But I came down because I felt like I moved up so fast. I'm like, I lost weight on all those doses. Like maybe I could have just cruised along on 2.5 or 5, because we've seen people lose substantial amounts of weight on 2.5, on 5, on 7.5. It just really varies from person to person. Pamela Laraine. Has anyone gained weight?
Pamela Ryan.
Okay. Pamela. Yeah, like if there's no space, my brain doesn't know how to separate it. Has anyone gained weight on the pen? I lost 70 pounds, then gained 20 back. Did you stop taking it? Why'd you gain 20 back? My doctor was on leave for 6 months and could not titrate up until last month. I have never not taken my shot. The gaining 20 back is concerning. So if you're on a dose, you should be maintaining that weight. Like there must be something else going on there. I'm not sure.
But for future reference, if your doctor's on leave for 6 months and you need your medication, you need to find a doctor a little quicker than that.
Yeah, what did the doctor do
think
with
about
all
it,
his
if it were
patients?
if it were insulin or something, you wouldn't
Yeah.
go, it'll be okay, I'll be fine.
Well, and and people get busy and they forget. Like I have a friend locally who was messaging me the other day. She said, I got busy over the summer. I was just, reordering my same dose and I just didn't have time to look at it. And I just kind of was staying at the same weight, but I still have more weight to lose. I said, well, you need time to go up in dose. Right. So people get busy and they forget and they, I don't know.
Yes, it can
what's
happen.
happened here.
We have heard of that. I've seen people have that issue. Typically before 6 months, people find another doctor and go up. So it does, but you see variation in weight. That's not a surprise. Marie Edwards says, we'll take my 4th shot of Zepbound on Friday. Usually feel side effects a couple of days after the shot, and then it gets better. How do I know if I should give the 2.5 dose another month? Well, how are you doing?
Are you losing weight?
Yeah.
If you are losing weight, stay on the 2.5. Sounds like you're probably tired or feel side effects is what you say. I'm thinking maybe you feel tired like the day after. So you do have some fatigue at the beginning. If you're losing weight on a dose, stay on the dose. The end.
I think this is CGR who said more to come.
My weight stayed the same. Told doc not ready to move up yet. I don't remember what the first part was. So I'll take it as a win. Down 61 and holding. I'll move up soon. Okay. Okay. I mean, if you want to hold on a dose, nobody's gonna fault you for staying on a dose. Some people stay on the dose maybe a little too long, and then they're like, "Why aren't I losing any more weight?" Well, maybe it's time to move up. And sometimes it's okay to kind of hold on a dose, let your weight loss level out. If you're having side effects, get those under control. Yeah, this isn't a race. This isn't a race to a finish line. This is a long-term treatment for the disease of obesity. So, it's going to take as long as it takes.
It's about finding that sweet spot, and it's hard because is it possible to force yourself into a plateau because you stay too long? Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Is it possible to move up too quickly?
Also,
you
yes.
could, and you could cause some side effects.
Yeah.
Now, I'll tell you, we interviewed Dr. Anya Jastreboff, and I asked her, does the speed of titration actually change how much weight you eventually lose on these medications? So if I moved up slow, do I move more than if I moved up fast? Her answer was no, it's the same amount of weight. So it's not going to actually change the amount of weight, but it may change how you experience the medication, the side effects.
Right. And, my Mochi doctor said to me the other day, we want people to be on the lowest effective dose. And so, and what does that mean for you? It's different for everybody, right? Pamela Ryan, got it right this time. I've titrated up to 12.5 Mounjaro and am losing again, but I was worried.
Well, that's good.
Mounjaro tells me either you're outside the U.S. or you have type 2 diabetes. So,
or maybe she was playing the gig with CVS where you could switch from Zepbound.
Maybe. Thomas says, I've lost 16 pounds in 5 weeks. That's a lot, Thomas. 5 times 3 is 15. So yeah, you're losing faster than the average. So, all right. Keep an eye on that. Jess says, questions are free. Just remember to put a QQQ in front of it to make it more visible to Christopher. If you haven't noticed, we tend to get chatty in the chat with our friends. So lots of messages. Hearts. Yeah, that's the great thing about this community, right? Because Jess went on our cruise, our last Downsized cruise. We've met people at different meetups and at different events, at conferences. And so it's really nice when you can connect with others who understand this GLP-1 journey, right? Because maybe you're the only one in your family that's doing it. Maybe you haven't told anybody. Maybe, you're not ready to tell anybody. And so it's nice to come here and everybody knows your struggles, right?
Now, what I will tell you is I don't intentionally skip anybody's comments, but what happens is there'll be people having conversations in the comments. I'm like, they're having a conversation about their horse or whatever the conversation will
Is
be.
Maria here?
That's not relevant.
Tied tails.
That's not relevant to this.
Yeah.
They're having a lovely conversation. That's fine. Please do that. But I have to scroll through and pick out what we should be talking about. So particularly when if you put a couple of cues in front of it,
Yeah,
it makes it a lot
there's
easier.
no like producers in the back. It's just us
Yes.
in the upstairs bonus room of our house.
If I could train JoJo, it would be awesome. But
I think a lot of times people think we have this like large staff that helps produce all the videos. No, it's mostly Christopher, and I do some stuff sometimes. I don't
mostly
think
she just tells me I should have done something differently.
Yeah, I don't think that's a surprise to anyone here. Okay. CJR says, so I remember Laraine saying the doc said we are not in control of the number on the scale. Yes, very true for me. Could not concentrate after surgeries. Weight is the same. Is this the lady with the glaucoma surgeries?
Yeah.
So yeah. Yes, I think that's something that Dr. Anya Yesterboff said. I interviewed her at the OAC conference. She wrote a book called Enough with a co-author by someone you might know named Oprah Winfrey. But it's Dr. Yesterboff's book. Oprah just gives some personal stories to illustrate the points. Yeah, we're not in control of the number on the scale. The number on the scale is controlled by the medication, is controlled by these GLP-1 medications. And that like flips people out when they hear it because what do you mean? I'm in control of my eating. I'm in control of what I put in my mouth. I'm in control of what I do. Your brain is driving you to eat. When you have the disease of obesity and you hear that food noise and it's driving you to eat all the time and you're eating, thinking about food, eating food constantly all the time, you are really not in control of that. Your brain is driving that, right? These medications quiet the food noise. They keep us fuller for longer. And then we can kind of make better choices because we're not this raging, crazy food noise all the time, right? So medication controls the number on the scale. Simply Susan, hot day here in moving day at Clemson. Dun, 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 dun.
She went to Clemson.
Class of 91. Yes. Clemson. All right. Yes. I lived in Sanders shoeboxes near the stadium, and I lived in Barnett, and I lived in the on-campus apartments. Forget the name of those, but they were bad, and that was in 1991. So, and they're still there.
They are still there.
Eileen Andress lost our house in California. Oh no, in the California Gan fire. Oh no, and have been eating things I don't normally eat. Well, I mean, it's understandable. What are some strategies you would suggest for getting my protein and fiber?
So are you having to eat out, or are you able to cook? Or, I mean, it just, there's a lot of different things. If you're not able to cook, a lot of people swear by grocery store rotisserie chicken. It's good protein. You can go do it. There's good strategies you can see around meal prep. Like a lot of people will do the family trays from Chipotle because you can get
meats.
It's like, trays of meats and different things. If you're cooking, that's a different conversation. We've done lots of videos on cooking and things like that.
Yeah. If this is an eating out question, it's about the portions, right? I mean, obviously fried foods, heavy, greasy foods, you want to probably avoid because they might upset your stomach and they're generally not the best choice, right? But, most places like Chick-fil-A, grilled chicken nuggets, they've got the kale salad, they've got the wraps that are good. Like there's choices you could make at just about any location. If it were me, I would tend to lean a lot on protein bars, on ready to drink protein shakes like Premier Protein or what's the one people like that's expensive? Fairlife. Yeah, those are really good. And if you're, just somewhere where maybe you don't have refrigeration or you're in between things or maybe you're moving stuff around, and those are just really handy things to have so you don't maybe, say, screw it, let's go get donuts or something.
I mean,
like
this
that.
is a very real drastic life event, and we're
Yeah.
sorry that happened to
Yeah.
you.
That's
So honestly, do the
beyond
best you can do
difficult.
and don't beat
Right.
yourself up. And this
Right.
time will pass. You just have to get through it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I saw in the grocery store today, it was a fiber popcorn. Was it Smart Pop that you have added fiber
Yeah.
to? I don't know how I feel about that, but
I think you bought some a while back.
did I
Yeah.
like it? I think it was like dusty. It was like coated with stuff. But yeah, there's plenty of places have like salads and things like that. But you know what? Give yourself some grace, right? If you're going through like a terrible time in your life, like, just do the best you can and then pick it back up, when you can't. Like, this is a lifelong journey. There's not a race. If do the best you can. Go healthy meat. Laraine, you have so much personality. Well, thank you very much. Do you ever think about starting your own channel broader than just you? What would I talk about? You can talk to people about just about anything. LOL. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I've been trying to lose weight since I was 6 years old. So I can indeed talk about that all day. Maybe we'll have a talk show someday. What do you think, Christopher?
Are you going to start your own channel?
No, absolutely not. I'm not starting another channel.
Why not?
That's a lot of work.
No way.
Yeah, no, if I started a different channel, it would not be nearly as good as this, because Christopher Durham is clearly the brains behind this, is clearly the workhorse behind this channel. But thank you. That's nice of you to say. Eagles Chi-Town. Hi, guys. Always good to see you and hear your great information. I met with my doc yesterday, and I'm down 60 pounds in 6 months. Woo woo. Now setting up for a maintenance level. Fantastic. Yeah, and for maintenance levels, I mean, like, try it. Try staying at the same level. Try dropping down a dose. See how you feel. I mean, like, it's not going to hurt anything. You're not going to gain all your weight back overnight, right? But you might find that you can manage, everybody's different. So I would encourage you to work with your provider and see what they say.
Maintenance is a different mindset, and it's a different mindset because maintenance isn't a real thing.
What do you mean?
Because it's really just life. Mm-hmm. So now you're to the weight that you always dreamed of. Hopefully you're happier, you're healthier. The unicorns and rainbows came out of the sky, right? And it opened up. But really what happens is the next day you have to get on with the rest of your life. So as you approach maintenance, it's whether it be medication or activity or eating or whatever, it's all about those habits that you can continue from now until it's over, right? It's a life. Yeah. So if you're killing yourself and you can't possibly do that, then that's the wrong strategy.
Right. And the thing about maintenance is I don't want to track my food every day. I'm not going to do that. I hated doing it. I always hated doing it. I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I'm not going to do it. But what I am going to do is I'm going to weigh myself every day, or just about every day. I didn't weigh myself this morning, so I had to put that little disclaimer in. I think I forgot. I'm not really sure what happened. Anyway, if my weight starts ticking up on the scale, I know something's happening, right? Maybe I'm out eating my medicine. Maybe I'm making, maybe we ate out too much and I had too many fun foods or whatever, and I need to get things under control. I kind of let the scale be my guide as to how it's going. So today, I don't think we set our weights. I started at 193 pounds. I got down as low as 138 pounds. And today, almost 3 years into my journey, I weigh 145 pounds. I'm very happy at 145 pounds. 145 pounds is the weight I like to be. I was a couple pounds lower, that'd be fine. A couple pounds higher, and I get a little nervous. So, but you want to live your life on a level of medication where I don't have to. My brain's regulating my appetite. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not counting calories. I'm kind of trying to keep track of my grams of protein because I do want to, try to build some muscle. I think that's important. But I'm not like Weight Watchers where you have to write down every bite, lick, and taste of food. Like, I'm not doing that. And so I need to find a medication level where I can just cruise and it's not so restrictive. I don't feel like I can never have ice cream again, or I can never again eat a piece of bread, or I can never eat blah, blah, blah. I can eat, I want to eat in a healthy way 80% of the time. 80% of the time. And this is in maintenance, right? 80% of the time I want to eat healthy, whole foods that we cook at home and
But measure
blah,
that
blah,
because
blah.
it's not like 20% of the time you're going off the rails.
I'm never going off the rails, right? Because the
But I think the old
medication's not
diet
going to
culture
let
would
me.
do that, right? Here's my cheat day, and I just ate 17,000 calories
Oh, yeah.
and the largest banana split on earth.
Yeah.
That's not what it is, right?
I've done some cheat days in my time. Yeah, for sure. I can have really anything that I want in moderation, right? Do I need to eat a half a cup of ice cream every day? No, I don't. Do I want to do that? No, I don't. Do I want to occasionally have some ice cream, maybe once or twice a month? I love ice cream, of course. Yes, I'm not gonna like never eat those things again, right? So, but I don't want to have to eat in such a restrictive way to keep this weight. Like, I remember I read a story about Madonna going to a birthday party and they were like, here, have a piece of birthday cake. She's like, no, I can never eat birthday cake. I don't want to live like that.
Johnny O, I'm a newbie and unfamiliar with what compounded is all about. With so many people getting on the Medicare Bridge program, maybe you would say more, Johnny O. So you don't know what compounding is? And we've gotten that question a lot. So essentially, there are two kinds of medication in the United States. This is a United States conversation. The one kind is the big pharma, mass manufactured, pumped out in factories, whether it be pills, vials, pens, whatever. It's been extensively clinically trialed. It's FDA regulated and approved. And it's really it's really the medical equivalent of consumer packaged goods. It's like Cheerios, but it comes out in thousands of things. The other kind is what's called compounded medications. What you looking for?
The vial.
Kitty knocked it on the floor.
I don't see it.
Jojo
parts.
thinks it's a toy. The other kind is what's called compounded medications. Compounding is basically what pharmacists have done since the beginning of time. If you're in the UK, you might call that a chemist, right? And pharmacists had a mortar and pestle, or they had test tubes, and they would mix potions and pills and things up and create medications before mass manufacturing. Well, in most cities and towns, Kitty is biting you. In most cities and towns, there are still pharmacists that do compounding because very often people are allergic to an ingredient. They need a different dose. They can't swallow a pill and they need it as a liquid. There's a lot of reasons in there. And your doctor will very often send medications to the local compounding pharmacy. In our neighborhood, it's called Neil's Pharmacy, right?
Neil's Compounding
Pharmacy. Mm-hmm. Those pharmacies are regulated by the state because they're regulated by the pharmacy boards for each state. The only difference with what they're doing with GLP-1s today is they've said, okay, because of personalization, we're able to make tirzepatide and semaglutide, add an ingredient in it, whether it be a niacinamide or something else to help you with your side effects, or maybe you need a different dose. Maybe you started out 2.5, blew you away, it was too high, so you're looking for a smaller dose, or you're looking for an in-between dose. So there's alternatives that compounding pharmacies can make that the mass drug makers will not make, whether that be Lilly or Novo or Pfizer or anybody else that's out there making medications. With the advent of GLP-1s, it became such a big business that you see compounded medications a lot right now, and they're very often cheaper. So.
That was a long spiel. The compounded medications, we get ours through Mochi Health. We see a Mochi Health telehealth doctor. The telehealth doctor prescribes the medication to a compounding pharmacy. The compounding pharmacy ships it directly to our door. It comes with insulin syringes and little vials that contain a month's worth of medication in your little vial. You draw it out with the needle and you inject. I get compounded tirzepatide. Tirzepatide is what's in Zepbound. That's the GLP-1. Actually, tirzepatide is a GLP-1 and a GIP, FYI. Okay. If you want to join Mochi Health, our link and code are in the description.
Super chat from Richie.
Super
Richie
chat.
says, in your opinion, does the 56-day rule on click Ozempic pens apply? My doctor says I could make a sample pen last 6 to 8 months depending on my titration.
Mm-hmm.
Those would be really small doses, Richie. I would follow your doctor's instructions, first of all. And if you're doing that, I would make sure that you use every bit of sanitation and health and safety
keep it
you
in the
can.
refrigerator.
Wash your hands, keep it in the refrigerator, use a wipe on the pen and on yourself. Do everything you can. We're not doctors, so I would definitely defer. And I have heard of people using these, I don't know, about 8 months, but that seems like a long time.
We're talking about the quick pen here, not
well, he's talking about the Ozempic one, but there's an Ozempic version.
It's similar to the quick pen.
Yeah. Oh, Gwen wants to know when the drawing is.
All right, we'll do the hat. Let's do the hat drawing.
Okay. Hold on. Let me give Gwen some super chat. $2. Thank you, Gwen.
Thanks, Gwen, for your super chat.
Let me turn that off.
Let's do the hat. So what we're going to do, we have a random person generator. And what you're going to do is you're going to put in the text hashtag hat. Easy enough, right? So if you want to win the hat, the downsized hat, put hashtag hat in the chat. Ready to go.
Well,
ready to go.
There you go.
Ready to go. Hashtag hat. Hashtag hat. I know Becky wants to win the hat. I know Gwen wants to win the hat. We'll give it a few minutes. So, yeah, we'll give away the hat, and then in a few more minutes, we'll give away the body pod. Do 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 do. I'll probably get copyright strike for that.
Probably. Yes. So stop.
I better
please.
Stop doing that. Yeah. So JoJo says, "Are we ready yet? Are we ready yet?" Hashtag hat. If you want to win the downsized hat, you will have to. This is U.S. and Canada only. U.S. and Canada only. Sorry, friends around the world. That international shipping gets pricey. Hashtag hat. And if you win, you can send me your email, your shipping address to my email, Laraine@thedownsized.org, and then I'll take it from there. Okay. How many? 66, 69. Do I hear 72? All right. I mean, there's 427 people here. So,
and if you win the hat, you can still win the body pod.
Well, I mean, the chances are slim, but sure, we're not going to knock you out from one for the other. Okay. All right. We're going to wrap this up in just a minute. Hashtag HAT enter. All right. That shouldn't take you that long to do. All right. All right. We ready?
No, they're coming. They're coming. I feel like we can get higher than this. 82. There's 259 of you out there, and there's only 82 likes. So it seems like you're also
short attention span theater. Remember that Mystery Science 2000?
I do. Yeah.
My dad loved that. Okay. All right. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to 100. 89. I think we're leveling off there. All right.
All right. Here we go. Last chance.
Here we go. And draw. Spin that wheel or click that button or whatever you do. All right. So the winner of the downsized hat is Ready 68. Okay, Ready 68. You need to send me an email, and you have to spell my name right or I won't get it. So write this down. It's Laraine. See my name down there? Laraine at thedownsized.org. Laraine@thedownsized.org. All right. So send me your address and we will send that to you. Ready. Congratulations. Ready wins the hat. Okie dokie. All right. So let's take a few. We're going to go right into it.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
You want to just go right into it?
I do.
All right. Why not? All right. So if you would like to win the Hume Body Pod, you need to type in hashtag Body Pod as per the example right here. Hashtag Body Pod. So the Hume Body Pod measures your weight, muscle mass, fat, hydration, visceral fat, all kinds of things. I also have the Hume band. We're not giving that away, but I've kind of been liking it. So, and they work together if you're interested in that. But anyway, we're giving away just the Body Pod. They don't call it a scale. They call it a
body analyzer. And Hume is one of our sponsors. If you watch the news, they sponsor the news.
Yep.
So they gave us this to give away.
Yep. So, we got 104 for that. I guess you want a Body Pod more than you want our hat.
Yeah. I don't blame
No
them.
worries. I'm not a hat person. I want to look good in hats. I don't feel like I have the right head shape for hats. So anyway, and while we're here, I don't think we've said this lately. We're not doctors. So, if you want to get started with the GLP-1, see your doctor. We weigh ourselves. How often do you weigh yourself?
Every day.
Every day. We weigh ourselves every day. In the morning, do not weigh yourself more than once a day. Please, please, please. Very important. Weigh yourself at the same time of day, every day, or once a week, or whatever schedule you would like. But don't weigh yourself more than once a day. I had a friend who used to weigh herself like 5 times a day. I'm like, why are you making yourself crazy? Like, why? So anyway.
They're still coming. 148 of you out there.
All right.
All want a Body Pod.
Yep. Okay.
150.
Mm-hmm.
Doing good.
Mm-hmm. So my right arm is becoming more muscled than my left arm because I hurt my left arm in a weightlifting class. Gosh, it's been about 2 months now. And I finally went to the doctor last week, and she poked at some things and said, yeah, you got an inflamed nerve. Have you taken any Advil? I said, no, I don't take any Advil. What do you mean? She goes,
takes a shot every week.
I said, I take tirzepatide. Isn't that anti-inflammatory enough? Apparently not. So now I'm on some anti-inflammatories. I did go to the gym today, and I'm going to have coming up, we're going to interview my exercise class teacher, Carly, coming up next. Well, I interview her next week. It'll be on in a few weeks. And people ask all the time, like, why do I need balance? Why do I need functional strength and movement? Why do I need, to be strong as I age? And so she's certified to teach many classes, and she's great. I've been taking her class for like 3 years. So like and subscribe for that.
63 people.
Okay. All right. We're gonna hit the go button.
All right.
The winner
Countdown.
of the Body
3, 2,
Pod.
1. You're gonna miss your chance. Here we go.
Here we go. Do 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 do. Carrie, we know Carrie. She came to our Las Vegas meetup last year. Carrie Williams Roca. So Carrie, send me an email with your mailing address to Laraine at thedownsized.org. Okay, cool. All right, excellent. Well, thank you for playing, and hope you like that. We'll try to have some more fun prizes in the future. Bobby Sell. Wife was on Lily, doing great. Then hospital salmonella. Oh,
sounds like a particularly bad version of salmonella.
Got totally wrecked. Now she will have to start over in a few weeks. Well, you know what? You just salmonella. That's terrible. So yeah, you know what? Just start back when you can. Talk to your doctor. Like, it's the worst. Patience. It's hard, Thomas. Yes. Mark says, I weigh in once a week on Saturdays. Started at, I think, 256 last Saturday. Weighed in at 248. Well, very good. Maybe you need, if you would like a spreadsheet, like to start tracking your weight and stuff on there, I've got a free one. It's very basic, but it's a good starting point, right? And it's a Google sheet, so everybody with Google can access this. You go to our website at thedownsized.org, click on the resources tab, and I think it's like the first thing in there is Lorraine's GLP-1 spreadsheet. You can download a copy and you can adjust it as you please.
Yes. Jude says, I'm 68, down 41 pounds in 11 months, and that included a 3-month stall. I'm very happy with 20 more to go.
Fantastic. That's awesome, Jude.
Let's see here. Coop says, CD, you've said I just want to be average and I could
Hasn't said
lose
that in a
more weight
while.
if I wanted. I have said both those things.
He has said
Are
that.
you in a healthy hume range according to the reports? And if you're not looking, why not? You could feel even better. Well, guess what? I am in a healthy range. But let me.
He's at the, well, you can tell it.
I am green on everything. My age according to Hume is 44. All of my blood numbers are good. Everything is good. So, but let's put it in perspective, because the goal for me in losing 100 pounds was never to be an Olympian. It was never to optimize. Never. That was never a goal, nor will it ever be in my life. I have no desire whatsoever to do that. But honestly, when I started this medication, losing 100 pounds would have been like scaling Mount Everest.
Right.
It was impossible.
No way.
So it was an
Right.
impossible goal.
Right.
Okay. Now that I'm here, the goal is to maintain normal, average, everyday numbers. Just be healthy. That's it. I don't want to be Lance Armstrong. I don't want to be whoever. I just want to be a regular dad. And that's all I'm going to do. So I feel great. My numbers are all good. My blood work's all good. My human body pod's green on both sides. I have 22% body fat.
Green.
Happy as a clam.
My metabolic, I'm 57 years old. My metabolic age is 60, which is some bull beep right there, because I hate that metric. Everything else is fine. Actually, my right arm and left arm have the same amount of lean mass, so that's interesting. And sometimes it'll tell me. You can also click on fat percent. My right leg and my left leg have a low body fat percent. My arms are a little bit higher, and sometimes my arms say your arms are fat. Sometimes it tells me my arms are fat, which I don't appreciate. But it's just something that to look at, to work on, right? And it tells you a whole bunch of other stuff. Skeletal muscle mass, body fat percent, fat mass, lean mass, blah, blah, blah. So also we have a discount code if you want to purchase one. We have a link and a code in the description. I think our code is the Downsized.
Yeah, and my body fat percentage went down. It's 21.4%.
Annoying.
Skeletal muscle mass is standard. And you know what? I push back. The notion that everybody in the world, just because they're on a GLP-1, has to optimize is absurd.
I want to optimize.
It's okay to just be a regular person.
I want to be the best Laraine that I can be.
You do what you want to do. That's your personal goal. But to force that goal on everyone,
I'm not forcing it on anybody. Some people, I personally like going to the gym. It's a social time for me. I know everybody there. I know all the teachers. I've been going there for 3 years. Like, it's a fun time, right? Actually, I think I've been going there 4 years. Anyway, I like it. It's something that I can do. I like taking all the different classes. Now, some people don't like exercise. They don't want to do it. You don't have to exercise to lose weight. So it's a little secret tip for you there. It's all about the food. It's always been all about the food, right? Exercise is good for your health. It's good for your heart. It's good for your longevity. You should do it if you can, right? But you don't have to lose weight. Here's Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie. Hi, guys. Watching from our RV in Richmond, Illinois. Enjoy watching every day. Hey, Jeannie went on the Downsized cruise with us. She went snorkeling. She had a great time. Right, Jeannie?
She did. She was fabulous. Alert. Stacy, thanks for the jewels. Taylor, thanks for the jewels.
Thanks for the jewels.
Stephen Ford, super chat.
Don't burn yourself out. We've been doing no fear. I can do this all day. Yeah, no, I will never go off of these medications. I
think he's talking about the content, babe.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Great content. Don't burn yourself out. I don't think it's the medications.
I'm just saying I'm never going to stop talking about these medications. I'm never going to stop taking these medications. We make videos every day, and some of them are, as easy as us sitting and talking about our weight loss. Some of them were talking to other people on the Downsized Dish about their weight loss. And some of them are, researched and written and very involved pieces about new medications or our new shows.
And what's funny is the amount of work that goes into a video is never an indicator of how successful it will be.
It doesn't.
Sometimes if you put a lot of work in, it works. Sometimes it's just when we had an idea for and 30 seconds later made it. That's the biggest video. You just never know.
Yeah. Well, and it's such a hot topic, and there's new ideas, and there's new medicines being developed, and there's just new people coming to the space all the time. 74% of America has overweight or obesity. 74% of America qualify for these medications, right? 74% of America cannot afford these medications because they're expensive, and insurance doesn't cover for a lot of people. And that's a problem. So, that's another piece that we want to see change. So.
And I can tell you, Stephen, I wrote a blog for 20 years every day and worked a full-time job for about 7 years of that.
Mm-hmm.
So
on private brands.
Yep.
Do you know what private brands are? You probably don't. You probably have used them, and you probably don't even know what they are. So, like Great Value at Walmart, private brand. So he's an expert in private brands. So he's famous in the private brand world, and now he's famous in the GLP-1 world.
I don't know about famous, but
famous to 62,000
these
people.
259 people. Oh, let's see what we have here.
But the blog
says,
that he wrote for all those years it taught you how to write a blog. It taught you how to, do all the things.
Well, we started a business and had a good living
we
off of it.
We ran a business
There's
off
a lot
of
more
it.
people that care about this than
Hey,
that.
Teresa, thanks for coming to your first live from North Carolina. It's the Downsized. Think we could steal that?
Hello, Terry.
Terry Schwartz. Hi there. Happy Wednesday. Hope everybody is doing well. BSG. Laraine, my highest weight was 193 in 2024. I'm 4'11.5" tall. Well, I'm a little taller than you. I'm 5'5". So yeah. Jeanette Dunn. Love you both from Scotland. Jeanette, you're why I said US only. But thank you for watching from Scotland.
I've never been to Scotland, but I
would love to go to Scotland. Sounds fantastic. We should go there.
I was looking at a cruise of the British Isles earlier today.
Ooh, let's do it.
Celebrities sent me they were like, you need this cruise. I'm like, oh, yes, I do. I did not get it, but...
Yeah, we'll be actually on a cruise in a couple weeks, a little short one. Cheryl Bailey says, Missouri watching finally caught alive, but I just started following about a week ago. All right, well, thanks for joining us. Glad you could catch up with us today. Sheila Doob. Hello, everyone. What is that a picture of?
Flowers.
Oh, it is a flower. I couldn't focus on it. Joni O. Many of us have begun our journey due to the Medicare bridge approved for Zepbound.
Oh, we know.
Yeah. Yes. And thank you for watching.
Yes.
I'm thinking we are all clueless as to what the compounded stuff is all about.
And you know what? That's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. If you're getting $50 GLP-1s on the bridge program, that's the cheapest. That's cheaper than we pay, right? So count your blessings, fill that prescription every time it's due, and God bless America. So it's great. Once a Marine, Pam. Bren 60607 found the Downsized about a year ago. Okay. Oh, I think she's telling somebody that. Sharon Pollard. Hey, everyone from rainy Cleveland, Ohio. Compounded is really good if you don't have insurance coverage. That's why we came to the compounded space. We don't have any insurance for any weight loss medication. They would have covered bariatric surgery for Christopher being 100 pounds overweight, but would not cover GLP-1 medications. So we found compounded as a way to access these at a price that was more affordable. Paula
Nicholson, I believe.
See, my brain just doesn't want to separate it there. Greetings from Starkville, Mississippi. Hello. Joni says these meds have completely changed my life. My starting weight was 283.5 pounds. My current weight is 119.4 pounds. Wow. I have lost 164.1 pounds. Wow. I've been in maintenance for about 3 to 4 months now. Well, fantastic, Joni. You should come on the Downsized Dish and tell me all about it. You can go to our website at thedownsized.org, click on the Downsized Dish application, fill that out. I talk to people every week about their weight loss journey. Some people have lost their weight. Some people are starting. Some people are in the middle. It's all good.
Yeah, you just interviewed a lady the other day that was like, 2 months in or something?
2 months in.
Yeah.
I interviewed a lady today who was a type 1 diabetic, which I don't know anything about. So there's a whole lot of different stories out there. We can learn from all of them. Love my Oregon Ducks. Hi, everyone from Eugene, Oregon. Well, hello.
In Canada.
I went to Portland once for an interview.
Terry Locken.
Terry Locken.
Let's see here.
Hello, all.
Michigan.
Alberta, Canada. Did you flip?
Alberta, Canada.
Maine Coon woman, 14, getting started on maintenance. Woo woo. I lost 65 pounds and no longer pre-diabetic. Slow loser, as it took me about 17 months. You know what? You're there though. You got to maintenance, right? Congratulations. Marcia, Australian. Having breakfast in Australia right now.
We actually have a good Australian viewership. They'll pop in pretty frequently.
My exercise instructor, Carly, is actually from Australia. I like her accent.
Let's see here.
Hello. Joni O. Hi from the city where 3 rivers meet. Do I know what city that is? Is that an Ohio city? No. What's 3 rivers? 3 River. I don't know what that is. Laura, question. I'm just started using the Quick Pen and I'm having problems with the injection due to weakness in hands due to arthritis.
So Laura, if you go on Etsy, there are people 3D printing there are people 3D printing what are little handles. And basically, it's a bar with a hole in the middle of it that you can slide onto this, and it gives you some leverage on the pen. And they're not much; they're like $4 or $5 or something like that. But go on Etsy and look, and they're little 3D printed handles, and a Zepbound Mounjaro pen,
Quick Pen
handle kind of thing. But I saw some the other day.
All right.
But I think it's a common problem.
I've heard people say that, and it's arthritis is kind of a common thing in people. So yeah, apparently you're not the only one. Yeah. Hi everyone. I hope you're all fabulous. Go Shira 1. All right. Hello. Marsha, Australian. Question. Have you heard of people getting nauseous when they get tired at night? This is me. I have dinner 3.5 hours before bed. Maybe it's a little close to bedtime. Marcia, no low blood glucose issues. Getting nauseous when you get tired. I did hear a lady talking on a Mel Robbins podcast this morning, or I was listening to it this morning, that said you should eat 5 hours before you go to bed was best. I don't know. I don't know if that would make a difference in your nauseousness. What do you think, Christopher?
I have no idea. I haven't heard of that.
Maybe reach out to your doctor. Maybe they could be helpful.
Curly Crew Mom says hello from Virginia.
Hello.
Har Player, thanks for being a member. Har Player from Michigan Sunrise Side. Curly, your mom was also a member. NBRKC says, did you see Lily Suing 6 Reddit resellers? Oh yeah, I did. I didn't. One of them was a doctor. That's a good way. That's a good way to lose your license.
Retatrutide is not FDA approved. It is not available for sale legally in the United States, but people are finding it through black market, gray market channels. And Lilly doesn't like that. They're still doing, still trying to figure out if they can get it marketed as a biologic or not. So I don't know. It'll probably be submitted to the FDA. This year,
early 2027,
and then maybe in 2027 it'll come out through legal channels. So Lilly don't like people knocking off their medicines,
and that'll be in the news. I mean, that's one of the things I've pulled for the news. It's interesting because we'll see. So basically, they're asking for a cease and desist and some damages, and there's some standard sort of peptide sellers. There's a couple of med spas in the mix in there. Some of it, I suspect the courts will say, Lily, you don't have standing here because you can't actually enforce law, which is what's happened with some of the compounding things. So if people are actually breaking the law, then the State Department, the federal department, your local police department need to handle that, not Lily. Some of it, they may issue a cease and desist. They may issue some fines, but at the end of the day, I assure you, these people know they're breaking the law. This is not a surprise to them. They know it's not FDA approved. Illegal. They know they're illegally importing it, and they think this whole research use only thing gets them past it. Well, what we reported on last week with the guy having to pay a $77,000 fine, go to jail, and having $7 million seized was research use only is not a defense.
Selling vials marked for
this will bring out a lot of mad people for saying that, but come on.
If you're using a vial marked not for human consumption, you should not be injecting it into your body. Or for research use only, you should not be injecting it into your body. And those aren't things that are available at compounding pharmacies. These are things people are getting.
There were a couple of compounding pharmacies in this. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I hate that because then people get confused and think compounding pharmacies are not legal pharmacies, and they absolutely are.
There is a whole belief that anything a compounding pharmacy makes as legal, and that's just, there's no legal standing for that.
What do you mean everything they make is legal?
Because it's compounded for a personal use, so that they think there's this workaround. And
because retatrutide could be compounded for a personal. It's not the same thing. Sherry Q, my sister's name is Lori. What would be your best tips as she is starting her journey, other than your number one tip, Christopher, which is just take a shot? Oh gosh, there's so many. Make sure you're drinking water.
Eat real food as much as you can. First. Real food as much as you can.
Eat protein first. Try to get some fiber in. Watch out for constipation. That was my main thing. My mind is blank. Y'all put it in the chat. Y'all know. Y'all all have good ones. Julia says, "Hi, Chris and Laraine. I'm absolutely fascinated by the Dr. Anya's statement that each dose is linked with a new lower set point." Yes. Were your mind as blown as mine when she stated that? It's yes, absolutely. And it's in her book enough. So I would suggest, if you want to read more about this, to buy the book Enough by Dr. Anya Yastreboff. So the medication controls your weight, right? So you take the medication, and my whole life, my body wanted to be between 180, 190 pounds or higher, right? I couldn't really get below that. Every time I would lose weight, I would come back to this place. That was my set point, my enough point. So I started taking the medication, and that lowered my weight set point. And then I'd take another dose of medication, and it would go to a lower level. So,
but people get caught up because they think it's about what they do. And what the medication is doing is it's giving your body room to breathe. So essentially, your body knows this point, and we don't actually know. There's no way to know what yours actually is. You can assume you know, but whatever that point is, your body gets to it, and your body says, that's too much, and it begins to defend. And the lower you get, your body says, eat, 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 eat. We're in danger. Eat, 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 eat. We're in danger. Stop doing this until you gain the weight back. So the medication is giving your body that room to breathe and lowering the point at which you still feel safe. Call it whatever you'd like.
I mean, it's a very complicated process that we're trying to distill into a few sentences, right? Your body, when you have the disease of obesity, your body is dysregulated. Your hormones are dysregulated. Your ghrelins going crazy. Your leptin's not working. Like things are not regulated in your body, and your brain thinks you need to store everything you eat as fat because you're going to starve to death, even if you're morbidly have obesity or whatever. So these medications lower that point for your brain and say, oh, we're not starving to death, we can defend a lower set point now, and that lets your body release some weight. Because when you have the disease of obesity, you guys have probably all done this. You eat those very low calorie diets, you're working out like a crazy person, and you're still gaining weight. Does that ever happen to you? It's happened to me. Happened to Oprah. It's happened to a lot of people, right? You think calories in, calories out, but I'm eating 600 calories a day and I'm working out for hours and I'm running and I'm doing all these things and I'm still gaining weight. Why? Because your brain says, we're going to defend this weight because this is the weight you need to be. We're going to store. You think, oh, and now you're not feeding me, so anything that comes in, I'm just going to store it as fat. Store it as fat, store it as fat, because you're going to starve to death because you need to be at this weight. Now, people without the disease of obesity, this doesn't work like that for them. They can diet and exercise and lose weight. Like, what a concept, right? For us with the disease of obesity, it's a little bit more complicated.
Right, there's 259 of you out there and 82 likes. Surely we can get to over 100 here. Please hit like and subscribe. We would appreciate it. It tells YouTube to share this with other people who might be interested.
Yeah. We did an interview with Dr. Anya at the OAC conference. It's in 2 parts. You can search Dr. Anya, ANIA, Downsized, and it'll pop up. She was the nicest, most sympathetic, understanding doctor that I think I mean, there's some real rock stars that we've met in this space, but I mean, she was just fantastic. She runs a weight clinic at Yale. She's runs clinical trials. She knows what she's
not just
about.
A nice doctor. She's like a legit.
She works with patients. Like, she
super
does
smart.
It all. She does it all. And she does not suffer from the disease of obesity, but her brother did. And she saw his struggles growing up, and that, encouraged her to.
Suzanne Vance says, hello, love you guys.
Suzanne.
Mark says, I'm booked for the cruise.
Booked for the cruise. All right, Mark. Amy says, happy to be watching from home tonight. Last night we were 9 hours into a 12-hour ER visit. Oh, dear. Well, I'm glad you're home. All is good today. That's good. 9 lives. Hi, everyone. Laraine and Christopher, thank you for all the great info you always provide. You have an excellent channel. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have liked and subscribed. At Snowy, glad to make it to alive. It's a snowman. It's August, Snowy. How are you still a snowman in August? I watch every replay. Stephen Monfrini. I dream of Jeannie. I'm Jeannie Farrier's I Dream of Jeannie's husband. I would like to thank Christopher for getting all the technical information. I have found it absolutely fascinating. Well, thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.
Maybe you can come on the cruise with Jeannie next time. Oh, I think they have something for the next cruise. But anyway, the 2028 cruise.
Are they camping or RVing to
They're
Alaska
RVing
or something? Do I remember this? They're
Alaska.
like driving Austin to Alaska. I feel like that's right. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think that's it. I think they have something. I think they have a family trip or whatever for next time. Mr. Mike Mitchell, the weight loss is awesome, but I'm most proud of being sober for 105 weeks. Fantastic. Zepbound has been a real lifesaver in so many ways. Yeah, I mean, there's been studies on that. It's definitely effective. It works on that addiction center in your brain, right? So every day at 5:00, time for a glass of wine. Time. I don't have that thought anymore. It's great. I'm glad that that's working for you.
All right. See
what's happening over there.
It's just doing weird things. Talk to. Sorry, here, do this one.
40 and natural. I love the husband and wife banter. Oh, all right. Well, 40 and natural. Welcome. We've been married for 23 years. We started this journey together on compounded tirzepatide on September 29th of 2023. What's happening over there?
Well, I was thinking the numbers hadn't uploaded, and they have actually uploaded. There's a lot more people there than we thought.
Oh, all
There's
right.
421 out.
It says it little in the corner.
Yeah, I see that.
There.
That's why I was like, what's going on? Anyway, and there's 298 likes. So thank you very much, guys.
Cool.
We appreciate it.
Yep. Yep.
RE says 16 milligrams tirzepatide. Yeah, that's the advantage of compounded sometimes because while Lily's highest dose is a 15 milligram dose, you can actually get a 16.6 milligram dose through Mochi, a couple of their pharmacies,
Yeah.
which I took. And honestly, I credit it towards kind of getting me that little extra way towards being in maintenance.
Yeah, they isn't Lilly researching a 20 milligram dose?
I think
Yeah.
they're researching for
20
Mounjaro 2 or 3 more tiers, but there's no insight into when that'll be out.
Yeah. So Mochi used to be the same price any dose, and now they have changed their pricing as of 2 days ago. Yesterday, the days are running together. The lower doses are much cheaper. You can start on the tirzepatide for $90 plus $79 a month membership fee, where it used to be $199 plus $79 any dose. So if you want to use our link and code in the description, you can save $40 on your first month's membership. Do you know what time the Dallas meetup will be? 7 p.m., 7 to 9 p.m.
That is correct.
Yes.
Let's see here. Mago 7, Mago 7, Mago 7.
Suzanne Event. I don't know. Suzanne, if I have to eat minimal calories, like 1,000 to eat in calorie deficit, I'm only 4'10". Am I going to damage my metabolism by having to stay that low? You know, the lady I interviewed today was 5 feet tall. The BMI charts when you're 5 feet tall or under really don't translate, right? So if I have to eat minimal calories, I think counting calories is great, and a lot of people focus on counting calories. I had success with counting grams of protein. So I would calculate, work with your doctor, go on an online calculator, figure out how many grams of protein you need to be eating a day, and try to eat to that protein level.
And you're very small, so maybe 1,000 is the right number. There are calculators online where you can go figure out, how many you should be eating. So it's hard to say how many calories you should be eating. Is it going to permanently damage your metabolism? I don't think so, but ask your doctor.
I don't know that you can. I'm not a doctor. I don't know that you can permanently damage your metabolism. I don't. That's really a question you should be discussing with a doctor, or maybe a nutritionist or a dietitian who's well versed in that. I don't think anybody should eat below 1,000 calories a day. At the beginning, I think I was eating about 500 calories a day.
I think people should work with their doctors and develop a plan that works for them, and whether that's correct or not.
But when you're 4
you're very
10,
small though. So
you're very small. So maybe that is the right level for each. I can't really speak to that.
Lolene Cornish says, do you mean take the L-carnitine in pill form? Nope. So we actually have it compounded with our tirzepatide, so it comes in one shot together.
Yeah, it's compounded. It's mixed together in the vial. So when we draw out our shot, it's mixed in there.
Carlotta Meyer says, can you elaborate on why you think Foundayo you might gain weight back? Why?
That's what the clinical trial
said. So I can tell you there was a clinical trial called
Maintain.
No, yeah, that is. It's called,
I don't remember the name of it. You can Google
Surmount Maintain, and there's another one that's something Maintain. There's a name in front of it called, I don't remember. Lilly did it though. If you search Lilly and Foundayo and trials, and we've done a video on it as well. Essentially, Foundayo is a GLP-1. It's a small molecule pill. And what they saw in their research was if you transitioned from a GLP-1 to a GLP-1, so maybe you went from Ozempic or Wegovy to Foundayo, or even to the Wegovy pill, that you could maintain pretty well. However, when you transitioned from tirzepatide, Zepbound, Mounjaro to the GLP-1 to Foundayo, you were going to gain like a pound a month back, or 11% of your body weight in the first year. And I think it's that function of the medications are not the same thing. Now, that's not guaranteed. Those are all averages, so you can certainly try it and see if it works for you. I can tell you, we know a lady out of Australia named Mimi in Australia who was on the retatrutide trials with Lilly in Australia, and she's actually maintaining on oral Wegovy or no, on Ozempic, on the injectable Ozempic, and theoretically that shouldn't work, but she seems to be doing just fine. So she shouldn't be able to go from a triple agonist to a single agonist and not gain weight back. But it's working fine. You can follow her on TikTok. So everybody is different, but statistically, the research says you're probably going to gain weight back with Foundayo.
But if you're new to the whole GLP-1 space and you're trying to figure out, like, maybe you don't qualify for the bridge program, or, Foundayo, you can get started at a pretty reasonable price, and it's a once a day pill you take any time of day, with food, without food, whatever. So it's a very easy way to get started. And for someone who has maybe a fear of taking, an injection, it might be a great way to get started. Most people that we talk to say, once I start on the injection, why would I ever want to go to a once daily pill? I don't want to remember to take a pill every day, blah, blah, blah. Take my shot once a week and I don't have to think about it. And, I think the drug manufacturers thought that these pills were going to take off like a rocket, and they really haven't done that. So,
oral Wegovy has, but Foundayo hasn't.
Well, oral Wegovy's been out since January 1st.
Oral Wegovy is outpacing Foundayo like 10-1. Yeah.
It's also been out for 5 months longer. But yeah, and oral Wegovy, like, you can only take it on an empty stomach.
I don't think that
4
matters.
ounces of water. Like, there's restrictions around it. So,
D Blank says it's live for Memorex. It's live right now, unless you're watching tomorrow. Then it's Memorex.
Yeah, it is Wednesday, August 12th at 8:47.
Let's see here. My oversight. Did we do this one? I think we did this one. Yeah, we did that one.
Feeling goes away. Yeah, eventually. Oh my God, Johnny O. How about, I didn't know what NSV meant. Thanks for saying it out loud, Laraine. I feel so dumb. Did I said that today?
And if you ever have questions like that, put them in the chat. We're happy to. There's no reason you should know that. There's all kinds of weird language here.
NSV means non-scale victory, and I first heard it in a Weight Watcher meeting years ago, and it's just something that happens during this journey that is not related to the scale at all. Like, maybe you try on some pants that from years ago that didn't fit and now they fit. Maybe you sit down in an airplane seat and you don't need a seatbelt extender, or you have like a lot of extra on the seatbelt, or you can cross your legs. Like, I'm sitting with my legs crossed now. I never could do that before.
Hello, Brittany.
Brittany's here. Brittany Losing.
Brittany Losing has a great channel. Hello, Brittany. Let's see here. Everybody saying hello to Brittany. Let's see here.
Somebody asked who's the YouTuber that sings the Foundayo. Dayo. Isn't that Allie?
I think it is.
Allie. What's her Fit Flavor Fun? I think that's her channel. Sharon. Well, I was going to read it.
Sorry, it just says hi, everyone.
Oh, hi, Sharon. Jazzy. After about 19 months, I've reached Wonderland. 19 pounds down. That's fantastic, Jazzy. Good for you. Awesome. Crash. I have my next appointment at the VA for my bump up for 5 milligrams Zepbound. They had me doing 2.5 milligrams for 2 months. Yesterday was shot 5. Fantastic. All right. Just keep taking your shot. Keep going. You're doing it. The Angel. I'm a 24-year-old male. And I'd like to say my thanks to the both of you for all the information you provide us with and how open the two of you are. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. Our daughters are in that age kind of range. They're 20 and she's going to be 22 or 23.
22.
Lose track of time. Yeah. So, it's a whole different world in that age bracket. From us anyway. But I learn a lot from them for sure. Linda G. Grateful for your channel. I have relied on you two for getting me started without hesitation and well informed. Thank you. Just take the shot. That's Christopher's number one piece of advice.
That's right.
Just take the shot. Heather's Journey. Since you weigh yourself every day, is there a particular day you see your weight drop? Sunday. And I never noticed this until somebody we met pointed it out and told me about what he was doing. We take our shots on Friday. I've noticed Sunday seems to be my lowest weight day. Now, if we go out on the weekend and maybe I eat something really salty or Mexican or something, maybe that's not the case. But usually it's Sunday. I don't know why. Oh, Becky's here. Hey, Becky. Sorry you didn't win the hat, Becky. She gifted 1 Downsized membership. Thank you, Becky. Says 1 lucky viewer has just received a Downsized membership for 1 month. You can, Downsized members, well, I'm getting tired. Let's answer Jude's question. My husband just handed me my wedding ring. It fits. Haven't worn it in over 10 years. Oh, that's great. So my ring, when I was pregnant with our youngest child, I was up to about 250 pounds, and it was cutting off my circulation, and I couldn't get it off. I tried to have it cut off. They didn't have the right tool to cut it off at the jeweler we went to. Finally, we got it off with, I think, some Windex. Windex like constricts your blood vessel, and I was able to get it off. And now it's like loose. Like I probably need to get it sized. But that's a great feeling, right? Those rings that were tight or that you couldn't wear, and now you can wear them.
Stephen Monfrini says, question, I'm not on a GLP-1, but I do have cardiac issues. Is it true the one being tested by Lilly might help?
Ozempic.
The one with 3 molecules. The one being tested by is retatrutide. Mm-hmm. I can tell you both semaglutide, which is Ozempic, Wegovy, and tirzepatide now, which is Zepbound, Mounjaro, have cardiac indications, so you can actually take, and they're slightly different, so talk to your cardiologist about it.
Ozempic or Wegovy is actually approved,
both
FDA
of them
approved.
Both of them might be now. It just depends on what you have
for cardiac disease. Yeah. So yeah, definitely ask your doctor.
Retatrutide's a slightly different thing, and there is some belief that that'll happen. There's also some things happening that it kind of speeds up your blood pressure, your heart rate. So you wouldn't want to just pull that one out if you have heart issues.
Well, it's not available yet.
Yeah, anyway. It's not available. But don't go getting it from somewhere else, particularly if you
talk to your doctor for sure. Brittany losing. My mom just got approved, and I sent her to you to learn how to do it.
Must be the bridge program. That's great, Brittany. Brittany, you got to come on the cruise. Now, our friend the other day was saying you guys aren't coming, but you might come to New Orleans. But you've got to come on the cruise.
Chasing Sunshine? No.
Yeah.
Is that her screen name?
Chasing Sunshine, yeah.
Jude, that cat is too cool. Look at her. That must be from a while back. Cat has now jumped down on the floor. Mitchell Thomas, love your channel. Thanks, Mitchell. I think you're like way far back in the comments now.
7:35.
Cup of Sean. Good evening, everyone. While my wife is on week 14 on Zep, I get my first quick pen tomorrow. I am glad to be stepping into this community of wise veterans.
I'm sorry.
It's too quick to read. Outdoor Wildlife, Devon, UK. Hi from Devon, UK. 8 stone lost on 2.5 Mounjaro. How much is a stone? Is it like 12 pounds? Is that right? Yeah, you have to translate for us. But that's a lot for 2.5.
Yeah. MD Catania, why do I keep seeing videos telling people to count so many clicks to get to the right dose? It says right in Lily's directions, not to count clicks. So indeed, counting clicks is an off-label use. This would not be the first time medication had off-label uses. Doctors have given it to people for off-label uses for years, and many other medications. They're not just GLP-1s. Why they're counting, there's a couple of reasons they would count clicks. Basically, what they're able to do is figure out a smaller dose and either save money because maybe they buy the largest pen and they can get 5 doses out of it.
15-milligram pen and
or
take half the dose. You get 2 months worth out of it.
Or perhaps the set dose is too much for them. So, you move from 2.5 to 5 and you've got projectile vomiting and diarrhea and you're like, this is too much. So your doctor says, well, count to whatever clicks and you can do an in-between dose.
Yeah.
Lilly certainly does say that in their paperwork. But again, doctors practice medicine and they write things off label all the time. So talk to your doctor and understand what you're doing.
Yeah. So, just for example, if you had a box of 4 of these Zepbound pens and you took the first one and you were just like, oh, I moved up from 7.5 to 10 and it just knocked me out. I can't take it. Well, what would you do? You have 3 more pens that are 10s, right? So if you had a quick pen, you could just dial a smaller dose for your next injection. So that's kind of one of the benefits of the quick pen. And doctors do talk about taking fewer clips. I mean, I've seen them talking about obesity doctors on YouTube and Instagram. Kathy Thompson says, good evening, Christopher and Laraine. Thanks for all you do. Down 47 since December 2025. Type 2 diabetes now in remission. I have metal in my body, so my human body pod isn't accurate.
Maybe is the answer to that. It depends on how much it is and where it is, and there's a lot of factors. I mean, I talked to a guy the other day who had a whole joint.
Yeah,
and it just
depends on how
because the charge
much,
comes up. What I can tell you is the only real way to know would be to do a comparison
to a DEXA scan.
But the problem is, I don't know that you can even do a DEXA scan with
metal
metal in your body. So.
Yeah.
An MRI, or even can you? I don't even know if you can with it. Yeah.
Could they do an in-body scan with metal in their body?
It's the same thing. An in-body scan is just a medical grade bioimpedance scale.
Yeah, but it's a little like better. Like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's as close as you're going to get is the answer.
Warfrat compounding didn't go away.
No,
it did not. I've taken over 145 shots of compounded tirzepatide. Don't plan to stop anytime soon. Shorty, hi everyone. Sorry I'm late. Well, hey Shorty, glad you could join us. But what? Shorty's a member of Club Downsized. You can click that join button below and find out more about that. We have special Club Downsized lives on Tuesday nights just for members only. Jess Mag 22, hi from Michigan, down 32 pounds since beginning of June, halfway to goal weight. Awesome. I've been following you since I started tirzepatide. You two are a wealth of knowledge. Well, thank you, Jess Mag.
Debbie Watson says Lily just built a multi-million-dollar fulfillment center in Lebanon, Indiana. They've got a huge facility up there. We've covered all those facilities they're building. They've got one not far from our
one near Brittany.
Well,
didn't Brittany live out there?
I think she lives on the other side of it. This is the one in North Carolina is actually a full production facility that they're making medications, and they've got ones
spending billions
in Texas. They're building. They've got ones in Limerick, Ireland. There's ones in China. There's ones in Canada. They're all over the place, and they fulfill out of all of them. So you could actually get a pen.
Yeah, there ain't going to be no shortage anytime soon. Okay, they're building these billion-dollar facilities to crank out this medication. These Eli Lilly has so much money. It's not even comprehensible to my brain. Like they're profiting $7 billion a quarter. Profit. That's not just insane. That's the profit number. Like times 4, $28 billion a year off of these medications. Like they're building things as fast as they can to make more. Lacey Angel, hello, been a fan of you both for a while. I'm thankful for your videos and advice. I've been on Zepbound for a bit over a year. What are high protein ideas for 4 10-hour shifts as a pharmacy tech? What would I take in my lunch bag if I was working a 10-hour shift? I'd put some ice packs in there. I'd probably pack some Greek yogurt. I'd probably make myself maybe have last night's leftovers, whether that's maybe some chicken or some salmon or some steak or something. Tuna packets are a good thing to carry with you if you like tuna. Protein bars, protein shakes are okay. Hard-boiled eggs, salads. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, if I were doing that, probably particularly this time of year, I'd go see what meat's on sale and grill up a big old pack of
Yeah.
meat. Well,
Do some meal prep.
Beef, pork, chicken, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The nice thing about any of those is you can season them differently. So if you'd like some of it to be Asian and some of it to be barbecue and some of it to be Indian, and so you could season it differently, get a little bit different flavor, and just grill it all up at the beginning of the week. Pack up some lunches and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, meal prep is huge, right? And I've done meal prep in the past when I worked in an office and I was taking my lunch every day. And it's, you kind of have to go to the grocery store and be prepared to, to buy all that stuff. And maybe, you have a list or whatever, and then you come home and you make it and you portion it out, and then you remember to take it with you every day. So, I like things that
she doesn't cook though.
I don't cook, right? So I want things that I can grab and throw in my lunch bag. Like, I can boil some hard boiled eggs and put those in a refrigerator and grab those and go. String cheese is a big one. I used to love different kind of bars. I was a big fan of Kashi bars. Now I'm more like Kind bars and like things like that. I don't really eat those much anymore. I go more toward protein bars now, but yeah, stuff like that. You might want to, we made some cooking videos. Christopher made some things. We cooked them out of a cookbook by our friend Summer the dietitian called like Simple GLP-1 Meals or something like that. It's in our Amazon store, and they're very simple meals. Like if you're like me and you don't cook but you want something that tastes good, I would check that out. Or maybe you're a great cook and maybe you're just, take some meal prep stuff.
Betty Boop 5606 question: does the doctor need to send the new prescription into the Bridge program, or will it automatically come? Depends on how they wrote the prescription. So typically they're going to write it for 3 months, 6 months, whatever, which is fine. Usually they're not going to write more than 3 months because you may want to titrate up. You might want to move up in a dose. If you change doses, the doctor has to send the pharmacy a new prescription. You'll still be, your pre-auth will still be fine for Bridge, but they don't magically know that you need a different dose, which is why you stay close to your doctor, and your doctor, just like anything else.
Just like our daughter Zepbound, every time she changes dose, the doctor has to write a new prescription for it.
And she sends it through an app. I mean, so it's not that complicated. And
well, the Lily Direct, but she's not doing that anymore. Anyway, that's another story.
Well, their request.
Oh, well, the doctor has that's specific to our doctor, I guess.
Capuchon says, question: has anyone experimented with going up and then back down to break up through a plateau? You could, but it won't work. I'm telling you. Well, going back down will just force you into a stall.
Right. The plateau means your body has reached a new enough point. You can cruise along there on the same medication. You're going to stay there, right? If you want to go to a lower weight, you have to increase the medication to get to that lower enough point. So if you go back up, defeats the purpose, right? What happened to me is I hit my goal weight on 12.5 and I dropped down to 10 and I was still losing like a pound a month. And I was like, I lost down to 138. I'm like, I've rebought all my clothes. Like I don't want to be a size 2 or 0. Like I'm fine where I am. So, so I had to adjust my medication.
Hello, Julio.
Julio, riding the tide.
Julio and I were texting
Checked his
a little while
channel
ago.
out. Yep. Mark Kent, 76. What do you think of the 0.75 grams of protein per pound of goal weight formula? There's so many different ones out there. I have IBS and eating protein is challenging. Lost 30 pounds in 6 months on Zepbound. Worried about muscle and bone loss. You know what? Work with your doctor because there's so many different theories on. I've heard 1 gram of protein per 2.2 kilograms of body weight or something. There's a whole. I get them all confused. I don't even know. So,
or better yet, go watch the interview that we did with Dr. Renee Rogers, who's an exercise physiologist.
Well, that's not going to tell you about protein.
I realize that, but it talks to you about the muscle loss piece of it, and she has long conversations. it basically comes down to people get so bent out of shape about the weight of lean mass. And the weight of lean mass includes a lot of things other than muscles. So it's your kidneys, it's your tendons,
your organs,
it's all
your
these
muscles,
other
it's
things.
your connective tissue. Yeah.
And it's the furor over it isn't quite as bad as people want you to believe. I'll tell you, I also did an interview with a doctor out of Germany, I think, Dr. Henning Langer, who has all this cool research going on right now with mice and different smaller groups of humans that really looks at the quality of muscle. And essentially what he's saying is, number one, there's no reason to believe you lose more muscle on these medications than you do with any other kind of weight loss. And number two, what he's beginning to see is that the quality of the muscle you have after this weight loss is actually better. And the little mice actually run a little faster, which is pretty cool.
What I would suggest, Mark, is work with a dietitian and the one that knows about IBS, and try to figure out what your protein goal should be. When I talked to my dietitian at Mochi, we figured out that for me, I was going for a protein goal that was maybe too high, right? So it's specific to everybody, and you have certain dietary needs. So, maybe certain things will digest better than others. I would really suggest working with a dietitian on that. Marianne Gonzalez, I was having a week and delayed my dose by 2 days. It's fine. Is it okay to get back on track and take my dose 5 days later? Yes. I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice. Generally, if you're a day or two off, either way, it's fine. You got that half-life of 5 days. So if you're like 4 or 5 days off, I'd say just wait till the 7th day and then just take your next shot. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here.
And I think it might even say that in the literature if you read all the stuff that comes with your medication. Val, nobody watched them but you. We need another getting ready with me video, Laraine. I made was it a short the other day? Did I send that to you?
I don't remember. Did a getting ready short? I don't remember.
I was talking when I was getting ready and then I filmed it. I don't know. I did a get ready with me video, but it's hard for me to put makeup on and then talk about things at the same time, and then I lose track of what I'm talking about. You may have noticed that I do that kind of. But thanks, Val. Riding the tide. You're not kidding. It's a lot of work. My hair is starting to look like Christopher's. I don't think it's the weight loss. Oh, so Julio has a YouTube channel too. Now Julio came on the cruise with us. He and his wife came on the cruise with us, and I think you and Julio talked a lot about editing and the amount of time that it takes to edit videos.
We were texting earlier.
Yeah, it can be very time consuming.
Julio's a former cop and a former Marine, so we were talking about people doing bad stuff.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
It's the whole Red a True Diet thing. Oh, here you go.
Dude, CHC, LD's new channel. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. So my arm still hurts. Dude, CHT. So Dude is a physical therapist out in California, and we've never met. So I hurt my arm in a weightlifting class, and I'm taking my anti-inflammatory every day, but it still hurts, and it's upsetting. But that's my joke, is I tell everybody about GLP-1s everywhere I go, and then I made a meme, I'm telling the person, let me tell you about my GLP-1 weight loss. And ma'am, this is a Wendy's. Travis LR. CD, have you ever considered expanding your channel to downsize a network of like-minded channels or contributors? I don't even know how that would work.
We could certainly do contributors. Would you like to be a contributor, Travis?
Travis lives in Nebraska. He was our lucky winner of the OAC convention pass. So, and I think he just booked the Downsized cruise. So that's cool, Travis.
Channels, there's no really way to build a network on YouTube like that. Basically, we're always happy to do interviews. So Brittany's been on our channel. Yeah. Dave Knapp's been on our channel. Allie's been on our channel.
Tons of people with YouTube channels.
What's the lady?
I don't know what you were going to say.
Countess of Shopping has been on our channel.
Oh, she didn't really
know who we were at the time, I don't think. But
no.
she's like,
she knows
I'll
us
talk
now.
to you.
I think she knows us now. She started doing a new show after we started doing our new show.
Maybe, I don't know. So there's not really a way to tie them together. We always link out to channels if some, if we do that, that's fine. As far as contributors, I'm always happy to entertain any conversations. It's good content's good content. Happy to do it. Billy says, I'm not able to see comments. I'm not sure.
I think when you're in the live, there's a different, somebody tell them how to see the live comments versus just the comments on the video. Once a Marine, Pam. You're right, Christopher. Maintenance is life. It is the rest of your life.
Patricia says, QQQ. I don't know what those questions are, Patricia.
We're going to have to wrap it up here.
Sandy Shore has ice cream every day.
Hey, Sandy Shore. I have ice cream almost every day. The bowl is a lot smaller. Yeah, right. And I talk about that a lot too. Like, I don't keep eating it and go back for more and keep eating it. Like, I can have a small serving and that's good and it's fine. And then I don't want any more. Like, that's the medication. That's the medication working in my body, almost 3 years later. It still works. Yep. I'm definitely fading.
Dennis Swan says, can you have malnutrition if you're 200 pounds overweight?
Sure.
Well, I'm not a dietitian, but yeah, I mean, you can be.
If you eat crap and you don't get any vitamins and yeah, I mean, we talk about weight loss and we talk about health, right? So we want to eat healthy foods because it's good for our overall health and well-being. We want to lose weight. It's also good for our health, but I mean, it's kind of they need to be like interlocked, but so, you can lose weight eating crap. You may not be the healthiest person when you're done. Like, the guy who ate all the Big Macs and lost weight, or the Subway diet, which probably wasn't really even that bad, but right. You can definitely leave out food groups and, hurt yourself.
That's for sure. Hat.
It's just
There's so many people out there. There's 369 of you out there.
Qui sont les gens filles en chapeau? And who are the girls in hats?
See all the hats?
Hats. Sharon Butler. I'm starting late. I did some math to figure out that my average loss has been 1 pound a week for the past 78 weeks. Guess you've lost about 78 pounds, I'd guess. I started on Ozempic, hated it, and quit. My doctor switched me to Mounjaro. Thumbs up. Fantastic. A lot of people switch over from one to the other. If it's not working for you, ask your doctor.
Bonnie Zepp, CD, thank you for the fascinating video on Lily's financial report. Was there anything about the call that surprised you? No.
$7 billion.
I mean, it's always shocking how much money they're making.
I mean, come on.
And I shouldn't say. What surprised me is they not only made money, they bought back stock and they paid a bigger dividend. So they gave money back instead of lowering their price.
Lower your price, Eli Lilly.
Just strategically, they're on fire. They have a portfolio of drugs in the making that are coming big, and it's not just retatrutide. There's 3, 4, 5 more.
They make other things besides GLP-1s.
Right. Well, they have other GLP-1s too, and they have amylins and all kinds of stuff. I think they're just on fire. I think it would be short-sighted of them to take their eye off the ball because 2 years ago, year and a half ago, Novo Nordisk was leading this game. Now it's Eli Lilly, and there's 50 other companies out there trying to chase them. Mm-hmm. And just because you're number one right now doesn't mean you will always be number one. So
I think they know that other companies are racing to take their business. So right now they're laughing all the way to the bank, I guess.
Body pod. That's what happens when there's 400 people.
Yeah, Eli Lilly made more profit this quarter than they ever have before. And they launched a $50 GLP-1 They're part of
They
the
didn't.
50. They didn't launch it. They're part of the $50 GLP-1.
But they
they
didn't
lowered
get paid $50. They got paid $249.
Well, they're not getting paid $1,000, which is what it started out at, right? Zepbound started over $1,000, and now if you're self-pay, cash pay, you don't have insurance coverage.
Bridge wasn't in this quarter though. That number wasn't even in this quarter.
When did the quarter end?
Bridge didn't start till July 1st.
When did the quarter end? Was it
Do the
June
math.
30th? I think it's June 30th. Okay. Well, they dropped the prices. So right now, if you don't have any insurance coverage, you can go with a prescription at Walgreens and get a 4-pack of Zepbound pens for $499, $449. That's a lot different than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I think when Christopher did Mounjaro, we were paying $600, $500 for the Wegovy. For another member of our family, we paid over $800 for a month. Like that's why now we're all on the compounded. Prices have come down, but they're just making more and more money as their prices are coming down. They're making more and more money. So there's all these people in America. 74% of America could use these medications. So, and I think not even 20% of America is on these medications.
It's like 12%.
Yeah. So, talk about stigma busting. When everybody in America is on these for one reason or another, nobody's going to care if you have to stay on it for life or how big a dose you're taking. Nobody's going to care how you lost your weight. Like everybody's going to know that these are effective medications. So there you go. I'm tired, Christopher.
You are tired.
Stick a fork in me. I'm done. We got to go. So what do we got coming up?
What do we got coming up? Tomorrow will be my look at the Novo Nordisk quarterly call.
We've got more interviews with doctors we did at the OAC conference too.
There's one coming on Saturday. All
right.
I don't remember which one.
Kimberly Gadzuni. Dr. Kimberly.
I don't remember.
There's several that are in the pipeline, I guess. So make sure you like and subscribe for those. That's all I got. Oh, when are you going to put the stuff about the meetups?
Well, Dallas and New York should go live by the end of tomorrow. Chicago, we have to find a place.
We don't have a home for the Chicago meetup.
But that's later. That's November anyway.
So this is going to be September and October meetups.
They're not really meetups.
They're not really meetups.
Last time.
They're going to be a live show. So you'll come in, you'll meet us, talk, and they're only for the first 50 people that sign up. And there will be a charge of $25. $25 because we have to rent the space, and it won't really even cover it. But we figured that was kind of a fair asking price. So you'll come in, meet us, we'll hang out for a minute, and then we'll do our live show for that week.
And I'm working on some special guests to join us, so it should be something interesting.
Yep. So so look for that. You can find that on our website, thedownsized.org. By the end of the day tomorrow, we'll send out an email. So if you're on our email list, if you want to join that, it's also on thedownsized.org. So sign up for our email list. We don't send out a lot of emails because ain't nobody got time for that. We're busy making videos. So, right? Here's JoJo.
Missy Benton says, if I started at a lower weight, less to lose, is it still safe to average 2 pounds a week? I'm about to take my 8th shot tomorrow, and I'm down 16 pounds, 57 years old.
Okay.
Started at 157, 5'2". It's not a matter of safe or unsafe. It's a matter of work with your doctor. You don't want to lose. If you lose too quickly, you're going to probably lose some hair. You're going to lose some muscle. You just need to be careful that you're eating enough and getting the nutrition you need.
So 157 pounds at 5'2" is heavy, right? I mean, I get it. Like, and you're losing 2 pounds a week. Like I'd say you're fine. Of course, work with your doctor. You probably don't want to move up in dose until, that slows down a bit. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about it.
I was thinking I saw, let's see here. Yeah, I think we're about done. Anthony, I think I missed a comment from you. I think I saw something that you were trying to ask a question. I apologize if I did. Email me a question. You can email me, Christopher at thedownsized.org. And
Jojo just knocked over.
I
the
feel like I
Zepbound.
missed something from you, and I don't know where it is.
Jojo, you want to say hi to the people? Jojo says,
Anthony.
I like the scratchies. I like the scratchies. And if you come to our meetups, we have JoJo pins. Yeah, we have some pins that are made from JoJo's picture. They're super cute. If you've come to one of our conferences or our Downsized cruise, you have one of those.
All right. I think we are done for this evening. Thank you all for joining us. It's been 2 hours, 18 minutes. There's 356 of you out there, and there's 350 likes. Thank you very much for being a part of the Downsize.
Hit the join button.
As always, we publish
it's free. It doesn't
videos
cost anything.
every day. If you haven't booked the cruise yet, go book the cruise. It's going to be a big old cruise this time, and it's going to be great. If you're not a member of Club Downsize, check it out. Click underneath, become a member of Club Downsize, and you can do this in a much smaller format on Tuesday nights.
So they can see.
There's a JoJo.
Yeah. She says, "Oh, oh." Sorry, that was me. Yep. All right. Thanks for watching. That's all. I'm tired. Peace.
All right. My name is Christopher Durham.
I'm Laraine Durham.
We are the Downsized.
Good night.